welcome back to Farming with Family. We're on the last day of soybean seeding, hopefully, and I got the whole crew with me. Got Vaughn and Macy here. So we have about 40 acres. Got to get over to that fence line over there. So we're gonna see if we can get this done. I think we got enough fertilizer and seed just to squeak by, so if not, we're gonna have to run to town and get just a little bit more. It's always hard finishing out the last field, and you never know exactly how much you need and don't want to get too much because you can't return it. But we'll see how much, if we can get it all done with what we got in the tanks, and we'll just go from there. Planting at right now. This was corn last year, and it's about maybe a fifth of the field. It was my last field of combine, and you'll see all those corn cobs and long stalks on there. We had a really high wind, snow, and rain, and kind of ice storm, and since we had a drought last year, the corn stalks weren't very strong, so they just all snapped right over flat with the ground, and I couldn't get them combined up. So probably 3,000-4,000 bushels of corn laying there on the ground. So that would have been really nice to have to sell, especially since corn is about $7 a bushel right now, but that is what it is. Kids these days are spoiled rotten. Macy's watching a movie on her phone, and Vaughn is watching a movie on my phone. They had it way better than I had it when I was little. Planting corn with a 4-row planter and a 40-20, no AC. When you're going the one way, you had dust in the cab. When you're going the other way, you might have had a breeze. It was about 85 degrees in there. So they're spoiled now. Another nice thing about auto steer is that you can bring snacks to the field. Vaughn,
what?
You having a snack? And you get bored, so it's fun to fill your belly. Alright, we just have a little triangle left, corner of the field, and I gotta see how much fertilizer and seed we have left. We're gonna be pretty close. I can see it from the side. We'll crawl up here. So this is our fertilizer. Enough of that. And seed. We'll have enough of as well. That's perfect. So I have this is kind of a little triangle over there. I have that left. And that's all that we have left to plant for this year and in this field. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna seed around my edges just in case I didn't put the drill down fast enough and there's a little gap where it didn't start seeding. I'm gonna make a few more passes along there, and then I'll do a few in the low where you know you'll have plenty of moisture, so you might as well put some extra seed and get a few extra bushels there hopefully. So we're gonna get this finished up here. Since I'm gonna have a little extra, I'm gonna turn my rate up a little bit for my transmission. That was at like 68, so I'm gonna turn about 70 and a half. This is about 29, I'm gonna turn it up to like 31. My handle broke on this, so I had to improvise. Alright, so I'll just give it a little extra fertilizer, a little extra seed, just to get it planted out like it's supposed to be. Okay, Macy, slam it. There we go. Alright, let's get started on this last little piece. So before my rate was like 56 and a half. Now it's about 59 to 60. Before this was like about 57 pounds an acre. Now it's like 61, 61 and a half. So that's seeding it out. And this little gray area, that's all we have left to do. That's all this area over here. So not very much at all, probably like 2 acres. So we're almost done seeding for the year. So for people not familiar with how a GPS auto steer system works, so you lay out your field how you want to, and so like I plant my beans at an angle. The theory is when you spray it going straight east and west or north and south, if your beans are at a slight angle, you run over less beans instead of running down a whole row, because you plant them in 15-inch rows, and your tires are usually about 20 inches wide. So that means you run over a whole row, where here you run over 3-4 beans here, 3-4 beans there. So that's why I plant them at a 15-degree angle. But then for the system, it steers for you in a straight line, and then it also paints. So it goes from gray to blue. And I got a turn here. Macy, you hold the camera. So it paints where you've already planted. And then if you double plant something, so you go over it again, it turns it dark blue. So I'll show you that. So like over here, there's like some dark blue areas where at the end I've overlapped. So that's where it tells you that you double seeded that portion. But now we just have one pass left, and then we are officially done. Okay, here's the last pass for 2020 planting, 2022 planting. I started planting corn around the 10th or 11th of May. Now it's the 9th of June. And we will be done planting soybeans. Everything will be planted. So the next on the list is waiting to do second pass of spraying, which will come towards the end of June. Just like that, we are done planting soybeans. Now we'll just finish out what's left in the seeder and we'll be done for today. And now that we're done planting in the fields, we can plant the garden. Making some good progress. Maya's over there supervising with the shovel. Chickens are staying out. We put up this fence this morning, Macy, Vaughn, and I, so our chickens don't mess with the garden too much. And there's very, very pregnant mama getting down in the dirt, getting it done. What you doing, Mai Mai?
I'm digging a hole.
Where's your pants? It really is a good question. She hardly ever wears clothes. Are you digging a hole?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll help you find some worms.
Ooh, you guys getting worms?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Okay, we got everything planted. Now we gotta water.
No.
Maya's helping. Vaughn's making little dikes around them.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't get away on my watch. You too. You don't get away.
Okay, let's give this one some more. Cambia, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna head in tonight. Actually, before sundown for a change, so this is where we'll stop the video. Have a good night.